Hey, here's another one-on-one discussion. I got a question for you. Do you know how to end an argument with your wife? Do you know how to get things back to normal? Do you know how to solve the problem that's causing you anxiety and distance right now? If you don't know the answer to that, maybe stick around. Let's talk about it a little bit, because relationships depend on us knowing how to manage conflict and how to manage our own anger, how to take responsibility for our own behavior. But most importantly, it involves being empathic toward the other person and trying to understand their point of view so that we can respond in a way that's healthy and that solves the problem rather than just sweeps it under the rug. You know, it's inevitable if you're involved in a marriage, you're going to have conflict. There's going to be times when you just disagree on stuff. If you have two human beings, there's going to be conflict. That's just a given. So trying to get rid of conflict is just not an option. It's going to be there. However, managing the conflict, using it constructively, learning from it, making the marriage stronger as a result of conflict, all those things are worth spending some time on. And believe it or not, if you get through the conflict and both of you have agreed that the outcome is better, then the intimacy actually improves. So you feel closer to each other, you feel more confident that the relationship can survive conflict, and you just feel better about yourself because you handled it well. You know how important it was to this person. You gave them most of what they need. You got most of what you need, and you got it resolved. So there are some basic rules about how to go about this, and you could look those up and talk about those with your wife or partner or whomever. But what I want you to think about is, what is your role in the conflict? What are you doing that is adding fuel to the fire? What's making the other person react negatively toward what you're saying? And those are the things that you can fix by yourself, working on it on your own. And if you can't do it by yourself, you can get some counseling or some conversation with a mentor or whatever that might improve that situation. But it requires you to look at yourself and take whatever feedback your wife or whomever has given you and say, maybe there's some truth to that. It hurts when they say it, but maybe they're right. Maybe I am too aggressive. Maybe I'm too overbearing. Maybe I don't listen well. Maybe I say things that I really don't mean. You know, I can learn to change those things with a little bit of extra effort on it. So take the time to spend looking up the things that make for good relationships, and do a little report card examination of yourself and say, hey, how am I doing on these things, and where do I need to work to make the relationship better and make my general way of handling conflict better? Because it's something you can learn. And it's worth the effort, because if you don't, the conflict can lead to negative consequences, and most certainly it leads to distance between you and your partner, and you don't want that. You want closeness, and the best way to get closeness is to feel trust and commitment with each other based on the fact that you can handle conflict and actually improve your marriage. Well, let's end it for now, but these one-on-one conversations are fun for me. I hope you find something useful in there. And if you do, write me a note down in the comments. Tell me why you think conflict is important or not important in a relationship. There's information on the website, meninbalance.org, that'll help you with this. The radio station, meninbalance.org/radio, and more stuff on the YouTube channel as well. So there's plenty of helpful stuff out there if you're interested in pursuing this further, and I would encourage you to pursue it further. I'm Jerry Hancock from Men in Balance. Thanks for watching.